What's up? Good morning. Yes. Mhm. Lot. Whew. Whew. It's interesting because a few days ago I was listening to one of the educators talk about how, you know, we've been kind of pumping, well, I don't want to say pumping, but we've been in this correction for a little while now. And one thing that they brought to mind was the fact that people are spending more. So, businesses are coming back and certain people are doing a little bit better now. And so that's that. But it's again, if you do see it as a rally, it's a false rally because we are clearly still downtrending. And
Right.
yeah, I think that all the stimulus will do is just push it down. That's just how it works. So right now we're still in this correction. I don't know the timing of its fall, but really everything is still lining up for another drop off like we've been saying. And yeah, that's my view on it right now. I'm kind of sitting tight on dollar pairs myself. Other than NAS and Bitcoin, we're gonna trade those, but everything else, I'm just like, yeah, we'll wait till we get a for sure go on selling the dollar again. But those are my thoughts.
I agree 100% with you. I had my mic on mute for a second because I got a whole spacecraft flying by my house right
Oh,
now. That thing sounds like I want to rip my roof off.
okay.
But I agree. The dollar index, it's finally pulling back up to some areas. It's making a very interesting shape right now. And for me, it's in a strong sell zone, and it's having some reactions on the lower time frame. But how convenient is lining right up with some news that we've been waiting on?
Right.
And I dropped this trade I did back February 2nd, and now we're in the early part of March. So we say that to say you also have to be patient with some of these trade ideas because when price
Mhm.
starts moving, it we have to think like institutions, big bank money. They do stuff quarterly, weekly,
Right.
annually, daily. So
Exactly.
it's gotta go up. It ain't gotta go up right now.
Exactly. Say it and for me, I'm not even looking at the dollar index on any other time frame than the daily. So that could take weeks. You know what I'm saying? To for something to play out.
I agree. To full fruition, like once it hits this zone, it could fill a whole bunch of orders, just collecting orders, 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 and then out of nowhere fall off a cliff once they hit the print money button.
The print money button. Yep.
The print money button, yes, 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 yes. I'm expecting this thing to fall straight off of a cliff, like just the dollar index committing suicide. That's probably politically incorrect. I'm so sorry for anyone who's struggling right now, but this thing is
Hello.
just sad.
Right.
So we got some primary pairs that we typically follow. I know I got a lot of things on my list over here. That's some sauce. That's some sauce. But our main pairs that we look at, we're super into tech, both of us, and the US 100, also known as the Nasdaq, is a really cool pair to do some back testing research on. We've talked about it before. Yes, bullish momentum. You better go up. Um, ooh, my trade must be looking good right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we saw that right before the bell. So it just hit what I would consider a TP1, but
I'm happy.
we'll keep letting that thing go if we can.
I'm loving this. I'm so getting to the point where I'm having more peace with the
Mm-hmm.
market and being okay with it, and combining all the concepts that I've taken to learn over this last year and some change. Like I'm huge into harmonics, learning how to see them myself. Thank you. Shout out to my mentor, Curtis Cobain Branch. He taught both of
Right.
us how to see harmonics. Um, and understanding supply and demand, which is a humongous portion of bank trading. Banks only want to get in at the best prices, so they trade the edges of an impulsive move.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, a harmonic will occur on the edges of an impulsive move. Your areas of interest are the edges. It's where the banks are filling their order. So combining any concept you can think of. I don't care what method anyone trades. Everyone trades the same, and they don't even realize it.
Yep.
You
But
can
everybody has put their own spin on it, of course, which, that kind of makes some people feel like they have to have a whole lingo for it, even though it's the same information.
that part. They be
No,
renaming stuff, making it complicated, putting a noodle on it, coloring it purple. Like
yeah.
we are looking at price, and price coming out of either it's coming out of institutional area, and you swing trading or intraday trading, or you trying to scout little moves on the in between. Whatever you do, any of that can work as long as you understand where
Mhm.
you are in the market. So in our coming videos, that's mainly what we'll be talking about. The
Yes.
combination of all these concepts. This little arrow that we got right here on our primary pair, we're bullish on it right now because we saw some confirmations down here that told us to
Hmm.
buy. So we're both in buys right now from a lower area. But we'll be bullish on this thing when it gives us a break of structure. When price can clear this previous structure over here in this structure, we know that the entire market has reversed for on a higher time frame.
Yeah.
So what we try to do, our personal style is trying to find lower entries on the smaller time frames to ride it all the way through that break of structure and keep riding.
All right. And maybe re-enter off the break of the structure.
I like that. Now I'll ride the low portion, the middle portion, the high portion, ride that back down, and then ride it back on the way up.
Right.
Damn. That being said, with our primary pairs, like we're huge crypto enthusiasts. If you looked at any of our other videos,
Hmm.
we also trade Bitcoin and ETH. We hold and trade Bitcoin and ETH. Um, Normally, since all these are U.S. based pairs, ETH U.S. dollar, Bitcoin U.S. dollar, and the U.S. 100, all these things should be strongly correlated with the U.S. dollar, and to some degree they are. But we've talked about divergence in past videos as well. The way the dollar's moving right now, since a lot of things are happening with the dollar, such as the creation of a digital dollar from the government, um, crypto just innovating so much with NFTs, the DeFi space. A lot of these Ethereum based projects are getting momentum. Just the entire ERC20 space is booming right
Hmm.
now. Uh, the the DXY is not at the moment the best indication of strength for any of our three
Yeah,
primary pairs.
I agree. I agree. And we're in history in the making right now. So it'll be crazy if we seen like some all-time lows, you know what I'm saying, in the very near future. Unfortunately, but that's just a sign of the time. So
And I'm with seeing all time lows actually,
mhm.
because my end game anytime now the mindset that our mentor has put us in, when something falling off a cliff, buy it. It's like you found a 20% Bed Bath Beyond coupon and you getting it at discount and it's on sale on Black Friday on Christmas. Like just get it.
Oh man, yeah.
Girl, girl. I'm excited about it though. So looking for me, even just looking at this on a higher time frame, I like that NAS has worked its way down. We got a pullback, we got a nice demand zone entry, and now I'm waiting on a break of structure to confirm what I think was happening on a lower time frame. Come on. And I'm
Yes, ma'am.
perfectly fine with being incorrect. I'm perfectly fine with that because I know my entry's coming soon.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel it. And aside from feeling it, technical analysis also gives us some confirmation. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah. Let's look at the DCX scanner and see what projects might be looking yummy right now.
All right. So as you know, we're both part of I Am Mastery Academy. Um, and we trade crypto. One of the cool technologies that we have in our company is something called the DCX harmonic scanner. And DCX just means Digital Currency Academy. That's a little abbreviation for. We have
Right.
FRX, which is Forex, DCX, which is digital currency, HFX, which is high frequency, ECX, which is e-commerce, so on and so forth. On this scanner, it helps give us harmonic trade ideas. Like if we didn't happen to be looking at a pair on TradingView ourselves, like I keep a whole list of cryptos that I'm really into. Some that I hold, most of these I hold on actually. Um, and just looking at them, like taking the time to put my fib levels on here and mark up. I see a little harmonic right there right now. But if we didn't, if we wanted some pointed direction as far as saying, hey, look at this pair, look at this pair. The
Right.
scanner is great for telling us the time frame in which a harmonic popped up. Like we could go down here to Bitcoin Cash versus USD Tether. Oh, what kind of pair? Number.
There's some random ones on here, but it's a good indication, like you said, of even because we do exchange trading, so it's a good indication of what might be on sale or what's at a premium right now. So it's not a bad thing to have one of these tools in your back pocket to because we're not, on a daily basis, we're not really looking at the whole market. So many different pairs, currencies, coins, so many tokens, that you could get in. So with this scanning the market 24/7, like this takes a lot of the grunt work out of it. You're able to just, with a few confirmations, you're just able to look at it and either it passes the checklist or it doesn't,
Right.
you know. So this this is popping up every time frame, as you can see, 15-minute all the way to the daily.
Right.
So you have a lot of opportunities in a day and a week to get in on something. If you're like us and you're more intraday to swing, you'll love it. Even if you're a scalper, which I don't highly recommend for this technique, but
No.
hey, if you it is there. The 15-minute scans are they're playable too with the small little checklist that we have.
Mm-hmm.
You can get in.
I agree. I agree 100%. And this is I like that different time frames are on here because
Mm-hmm.
you have to base your trading on how long you're willing to be active on the chart and sit in the market and how proficient you've gotten with your confirmation list. That was something, and to a degree, I'm still tweaking and working on that to some degree. But when you
Mm-hmm.
first start out trading, unless you have a super dope mentor who's sort of guiding you through that process, hi Curtis. Um, it's things you have to learn trial by fire. Having a mastermind greatly calms down the learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're listening to this right now, some things you might want to consider when actively learning how to trade the markets is developing a confirmation checklist, things that you need to see happen before you enter the market. I don't care if you're a scalper or a whole swing trader out here in these streets. You need to have a checklist of saying, okay, I need to see this, I'm going to enter.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And to say that, like, depending on what time frame you're entering on, that tells you how much time you need to be in the market. If you up here taking 5 minute setups, you know you might be on the chart an hour to find your entry, to execute your entry, to set your stop loss, take profit, manage your trade, so on and so forth. Like to really see in the beginning, to really see a 5 minute entry trade to fruition, you might need a good hour on the chart. Unless you're a set it and forget it type of person, you might take a good 15 minutes to scalp your setup, set it, and walk away and be happy with whatever outcome comes, stop loss or take profit. But if we're
Exactly.
talking about higher time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour daily, when you're first learning the market, I'm not saying you gotta live on the charts indefinitely, but if you really want to understand price action and what's happening, if you're taking
Mm-hmm.
trades off the 1 hour time frame, you might have to do a shift of work. You might, when you're really learning it, be on the chart around 8 hours initially.
Like, and that's minimal. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that really want to use this to replace your job, you're used to, you know, giving away 8 hours of your time every day to help somebody else gain wealth. So for me, it's totally worth it. Like we've had 12-hour days on this thing.
We done spent
If,
more than a straight.
yeah,
I
we
have been
put in
falling
time.
asleep on the phone with you, like, okay, you want to look at this chart?
like we put in the time, and so like to have again to have tools like this, what you're seeing right here, this helps so much. Like to just know what you're seeing. Like to the average person, they're like, "What? What's this? A triangle?" And so it's a weird shape, but it's not hard once you actually settle yourself down, put away some time to learn, and what I'm saying, be coachable, be show up to the classes, and you'll be able to see this thing in your sleep.
Man,
Like
Chris just said once you have several seats and look at the products, you can start training yourself.
yeah, like you don't have to even know, we've been in this thing like 2 years now. So you don't even need to know 2 years worth of trading.
To get started, you
You
don't.
can, yeah, start as a little babe. That's why we have things like this. For the newest person to the most advanced, like I said, this mainly for us, it just helps us save time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can see this with our eyes, and at this point, it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about tethered USD. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to make money on nothing. Some people, they're gonna have their biases with these projects listed here, these coins here, but money is money.
Right?
Sorry, uh, our mentor teach us how to get all the bags. So,
Multiple bags multiple
yeah,
times.
this is just one of the many tools that we use that's offered with the platform. Of course, we will have links in our bios and our description, so you can reach out to either one of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we can give you more details on anything that we've mentioned in this video.
Yo, I'm about to look up
But
what RSR is because I see it on the scanner like 15 times and I don't know what crypto
oh,
that
oh,
is.
right, new product. That might be.
Surprise token.
So yeah, right now we're technically on the bill. The stock market just opened, and we're bullish on Nas right at the moment. On the smaller time frames, anyway, we know we've been selling off for what is it? Almost a month now. Has it been a month? Oh
Um,
my gosh, it's almost been a
I
month since we
yeah.
started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it's almost been a month since we've been selling off. But this morning on smaller time frames, we're looking at the upside of Nasdaq. Crypto is bullish.
Right.
Dollar is yeah, it's doing this thing. It's the thizzle. It's in the area where yeah, we are expecting sellers to show up. We're not pinpointing the exact time and day, but we're in a zone that is very interesting for us to start seeing some interesting things. Like Alana mentioned earlier, the news and how everything's just lined up right now. It's some beautiful plays in the next week or two on all these currencies.
I'm liking how everything looks right now. Every like I was waiting on a break of structure. I cleared off my chart earlier, but I was waiting on a break of structure from this structure on Bitcoin right here. I wanted to see it break and close, and it definitely did twice. That thing gone gone. The last thing I really want to see. Let me get rid of my micro fib. That's a fib from a lower time frame. I want to see it clear this demand zone right up here. So specifically, I'm looking at it breaking and clearing this candle, this area. I'm huge into institutional candles and identifying the candles that are strong areas that we need to break. And if you see where my price line is, now we're above this little hiccup area over here. So now the next area we got to combat is this candle, and then after that, if we can clear this out, we gone. We
Right,
gone. That's my professional opinion. We gone.
right.
I'm just
So
loving this. Bitcoin looks amazing. I'm seeing nice areas being broken. ETH, ETH looks the same.
yeah.
ETH cleared this little trouble area. You see how ETH and Bitcoin darn near look like twins. Yo, yo.
Mm-hmm.
If you went back to this price point on the Bitcoin chart, my mentor says this frequently. Like, go back and look at Bitcoin when it was around the $1,800 price point. Put it on the same time frame and scale back. Identical.
Mm-hmm.
Identical charts. You got the roadmap to ETH in Bitcoin. So I can easily see in the next halving cycle ETH being a $54,000 coin, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right. Okay. Get that thing all the way together. So everything's looking good for today. We don't like to have these all long and drawn out. We're not financial advisors, so we're not sitting here
I ain't a
telling
financial advisor.
what we're not sitting here telling anybody what to do with their funds. Okay, we're just sharing our own opinions, our own thoughts, and technical analysis, a little fundamental, but we don't even claim to be like fundamental gurus at all.
I'm a
Um,
nurse.
yeah, so everything is bullish for us, even though we know we've been seeing some sell-offs. But hey, that's the perfect time to buy.
When
When
everyone else is running scared, that's when you get involved. When everyone else is like, "Ooh, let me get in, Grandma. Let's buy some." It's time to get the hell out.
right, yeah. So I don't know if you had any other final thoughts, but we are gonna probably wrap it up here. We definitely want to eventually probably get into some trades with you guys live, but um we have so many tools and resources that we could just start putting out there. But yeah, we want to just build a little community here of like-minded entrepreneurs, sisters, friends, cousins of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like really get people to talk about investing. It can be fun. Like we meet a lot of people. We have a lot of opportunity to live differently than most people do. So that's why we take it serious. We want to break this down to the simplest form so that I have children. My oldest being almost 11. Like these are things that we're trying to teach the youth. These are things that we want to teach the single moms out there, the nurses that have given their every every weekend. They giving up every weekend, every holiday to go service other people. This is a way that you can supplement that income and maybe eventually replace it.
Girl,
We can
I'm trying to straight out replace it.
right. And like I definitely think we're gonna be talking more about how we're able to retire off of this, like really give people a game plan, because a lot of people talk about the big numbers that they're making trading, on YouTube, on IG, you got all type of claims,
Fugazi.
but we want to really give you like a roadmap. Like we don't have any desire to put out what we've made. No, we're not going to do that, but we can give you the roadmap, and we can be here with you live, or throw some recorded sessions up, and so that you can learn from it.
Right.
Because that's all we're doing. We're just students of the game, and we've applied what we learned, and we're seeing the results of that. So
Yeah, y'all
everything
ain't
we're
finna
doing
pull
is
up at
very
my house. Y'all ain't pulling up at my house, no.
everything we're doing is very duplicatable. It's not like some secret knowledge or system. It is a lot of mindset, and so that turns a lot of people off automatically,
Yo, I
because
get
it's a
that.
lot of mindset. Yeah, you have to really start to like learn yourself all over again. It sounds crazy because it's like charts and numbers and what that have to do with my feelings and stuff like that. But
For all the empaths out there, hi, hey y'all, hey family. I ain't finna lie to you. If you're a super emotional person, I claim I ain't finna lie. My vibe is my tribe. That I come from that all day. Um, I'm a very sensitive individual, and learning the skill set of trading will challenge every single aspect about you.
mm-hmm,
Um,
definitely.
if you want to be proficient in trading, you sort of have to be robotic. So switching your base nature is a
Mm-hmm.
must in a way. So I ain't gonna lie, anybody out there who identifies as an empath, as a highly sensitive individual, you spiritually gifted, whatever you want to label, you got your crown chakra busting out your forehead, whatever you want to say. If you want to be proficient at the skill set of trading, you have to learn some techniques and skill sets to make yourself filter and disconnect from people for a little
Mm,
bit. You're gonna have to go into hiding to become
yeah.
proficient at this skill set.
Mm-hmm.
And I say
I
that.
They agree, and that applies to women, men, especially like if you're at our age, pushing 30, you have life experiences that will affect your thinking when it comes to this. And you don't think so until you're actually in the market and you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. And you're like, why am I like, why can't I just get over this thing? And then a lot of times it takes digging deep inside yourself and try to see where those characteristics are coming from. You know what I mean? So it's like a little mini therapy session you never knew you needed. I
Many,
love
many. This thing whole many bus session over in this bit. The family size box. Like, what are you talking about? Mini session.
yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But and it's all
This is
good.
my entire counselor. She ain't signed up for that, but that's what she got.
No, but that's the beauty of the community that we continuously speak about, the mentorship and the just one-on-one accountability partners, or even in the whole mastermind group. It's so needed, and we're gonna stress that until YouTube kick us off, or I don't know. We're gonna stress that because people, especially on YouTube, they'll make you think that you don't need to pay for exclusive access to this or that. And I agree to some point that you don't. Not when it comes to like learning strategies and stuff like that, no. But if it's gonna help you get in the motion of this whole business trading, yeah, you need other people that have experience. You need other people that are even newer than you, because what you learn you can then teach, therefore you're retaining the information even better. So
Yeah,
and
if
I
you
think
have
that's how
social anxiety, that's how you have to do it.
we just been created to be social anyway. So it's a good thing, definitely a good thing. I get with the right people, of course, you know what I'm saying, like, and don't just sit back. You have to be actively participating. Don't think that people are just gonna
Spoon
give everything. Yeah, like, ask questions, like I said, show up, ask the questions, do your own homework, researching, or whatever that looks like for you. And it's just a matter of time from there. So, with that being said, we can see our candles are still moving up on NAS. With
girl, it done. It closed. It 1 minute, and my 4 hour candle will close the way it needs to. That's all I'm
um,
saying.
so you could already have been taking profit on this.
My trade done ran over 100 points already. Like,
Yeah,
I need to stop playing with my
your lot.
Hi, my name's Alana, and I am a rehabilitating under leverager. I know y'all oftentimes hear about over leveraging, but I'm very risk adversive, or I used to be risk adversive. So when
Mhm.
I should be taking a standard, I'd be taking a point one. Like, yeah, I need to stop doing that because my trades be
Right,
hitting, and I'd be like, oh, I made $5. And like, how?
right.
How?
Yeah, no, we're changing all of that up. We're
Stop
changing all that.
doing it.
So yeah, you could be already secured in your position. That's really it. We are, just in case anybody is already in this buy, like, what were we looking at? So 12,800 as targets potentially, depending on entry, of course. But
Nice institutional number. Ooh.
mm-hmm, yeah.
But all right, y'all. Ooh, 15 seconds. I love how this is closing.
You're right.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's
Mm,
go. Like, literally, while we were on this call, my trade, yeah.
there you go.
That's all I'm gonna say. My trade, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all